Let me tell you about this app called Wanderlog. Now, if you're like me, you travel a lot and you have packed itineraries wherever you go, this is the app for you. It's the kind of thing that someone would use if they need to keep a minute to minute update of where they need to be and when they need to be there. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the best features of this app is the fact that if you create an itinerary, you can forward all your bookings, be they flights or hotels, to a special email address, and it will automatically add them to your itinerary without you having to type anything in. Saves time and prevents mistakes. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot in the past of quite a few trips there. And my latest trip is a trip to Taiwan. Can't wait. As you can see, I've already added my hotels and it is actually scanning the hotels that I'm staying at to check if the price has dropped on any of my rooms so I can rebook them and save some money. Now, here's my trip to Taiwan. There you can see the flights and the lodgings or the hotels at the top there. I'm not going to click on those because that's got far too much detail that I want to expose online, but we will have a look at the itinerary, and the itinerary will contain basic information about the flights and the hotels plus what you plan on doing. So what I'm going to do is find a day where I'm not doing anything. At the moment, I'm not doing anything on any of the days. I do quite fancy seeing the pandas in Taipei, so I think I will look for Taipei Zoo by searching for the place and adding it to my itinerary. So let's type in Taipei Zoo and see what happens. And there it is. I add it to my itinerary. As you can see, it's right there. I can click on that. It gives me a little bit more information about it, such as links, where it is, and so on. In fact, I don't want to know just where it is. I'd like directions to it. So I'll click on the directions link and it takes you to Google Maps. And then obviously you can use that to see how long an Uber is going to take or how you're going to get there public transport. I think I'll be taking the bus. It's only an hour and it was really cheap. Okay. Once you've selected somewhere, you can also then be suggested other nearby places. As you can see, you can scroll through them and add them if you need them. I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to go to the next day. I've got no inspiration today, so I'm going to use the autofill tool. I'm going to tell it where I am, Taipei. And then what it will do is it will look at where I am and it will fill out a list of things to do. And what it does is it quite cleverly looks for things that are relatively close to each other, so you're not jumping backwards and forwards across the city. And of course, if you're not happy with the list, with the itinerary, you can always remove stuff very, very quickly, or you can add your own bits and pieces. Again, it shows you the directions to each one. If you're still not inspired, you can still use the guides. So Wanderlog is full of guides. Click on the explore link and there you go. There's a list of guides there. I use these to get some inspiration. In fact, looking at this one's quite useful. It tells me what apps I need to download. It tells me how to use the public transport in Taiwan. In fact, I can't think of anything better really. So, as I say, if you're not using it now and you go on lots of trips, you need to use it now. It absolutely will change your life. Get it downloaded.